Check, check, 1, 2. We're going to have to wait a minute or two and let people catch up with us.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can entertain them.
Alrighty, we have 3 people here who figured it out. We were hiding today. Hope you're
They're on
doing well.
YouTube?
Uh-huh.
Oh, right. They are the resourceful ones, aren't they?
Hello, ye.
Let's give it another minute. Let everybody else come in and see what's going on. Come on. Check, check. Check from remote.
Check from remote.
Check, check.
I hear you, Grace. Some of that lovely iced tea. Thank you, darling.
You are welcome.
Green Bridge friends, Michael here at BridgeHands, and wow, what a day it has been. I am so happy to have you here today, however we found ourselves. So we are live for everybody today. Now, normally Wednesday is a members-only link. But YouTube, I thought I had posted a day ahead of time and gave you all the link for that, and such are the plans of mice and men. And so we're going to be broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook today. Grace, are we live?
We are live. Facebook seems to be 25 seconds behind live stream, but YouTube seems to be up and working well on this new incredible link that you've just created.
It is perky and working today. Phew. Okay.
We hope everybody out there is doing well.
Yes, and I'm sure some more will be coming, hopefully, when they figure out just to either go to that fallback plan, which is always to go to Facebook at the link that we have on the emails. Or in this case, I thought, I'm just going to start a new public link on YouTube, and you found it. So congratulations for being here, and you are very resourceful. So today, speaking of resourcefulness, we're going to be talking about doubles. Now, we've had some lessons on Saturday, in fact, on the various types of doubles, and I think it was on, maybe it was Tuesday evening. I was playing a quickie online game. I like to do them in half an hour to 45 minutes. And there was about a handful, no more than that, maybe about 7 of them that came up. And I thought, that might be nice just to go ahead and take a look at playing with the bots, the robots, and see how do they use doubles? And if I use doubles with them, how will they interpret them? So that's what the lesson is going to be about today. And if you have any questions or things, we'll get that for you. So stay tuned for that. And Howard, I see you have a note out there. This most recent Saturday broadcast, the one we just had that was a couple days ago, is that the link would have been in the email that was sent to everybody, and the link on BridgeHands will be coming out on Friday. So if you have gotten rid of your previous email, we can work with you on that. Otherwise, you will see the edited link on the BridgeHands site will be coming probably around Thursday, I think is when we send out the emails with that link.
And I can go ahead and try to post that link here too for, you're talking about last Saturday, right, Howard? Not this coming Saturday?
Yeah, but you'll have to send an email to them. It doesn't go out to everybody. It's just for the members.
Okay, well, even if they're not members, if they click on it, it'll say private. But okay.
So we're going to go ahead and start in with the hands here. And I think we've got about 6 or 7. We'll see how many we can get through. But let's just go ahead and jump right in. And so hand number 1 always is north as the dealer. So let's go ahead and bring that up. And I think I'll put me, let's see, that's way too big, Michael. Go down, there we go, okay. And we're going to make it north is the dealer. This is a robot I'm playing with here. And remember, when you're playing with robots on Bridge Base Online, you will always have the strongest hand, or as strong as anybody, in high card points. So my partner in the north, Missbot, we'll make it Ms, has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and a 4, 4, 3, 2, 4, 4 in the majors. And not often you get this situation where you don't have 4 diamonds. And I know some of you is like, well, I'll always bid 1 club. Well, that's your style, but you won't find any pros that will do it that way. They'll always be bidding the diamond suit. And it turns out that this type of a hand doesn't come up often, because normally you've got 15 to 17 or some other values. But when it does, it's not considered awkward that you have to promise where you have 4. No, you don't have to promise that at all. If your partner bids a major, which they will many percentage of the time, no big deal. You bid 1 club, then you got a problem when you've only got 2. And your partner is supposed to announce, could be short. Okay, so at any rate, yeah, they are going to bid 1 diamond. And I got to move this microphone a little bit here so I have some working room, some fighting room here. Okay, so 1 diamond it is. And over in the east seat, yeah, they are going to be making a call. They're going to be making 2 club call. So, okay, here we are in the south. This is my hand, and I have 4, 8 in aces, a king, 9, 10, 11, club, ace, jack, 9. Wow. Yeah, it's like, I think most of you are going to probably say 2 no trump. What do you all think? You going to go 2 no trump? I'm kind of curious.
2 no trump.
I'm hearing 2 no trump. Yes, Howard says 2 no trump. Well, if your partner has 8 points or more, and hopefully some clubs to get to the south hand, you know, it's not the best club suit I've ever seen, but not the worst. But, yeah, they did bid 2 clubs, so, you know, we know that they have at least 5 over there to our right. And the question is, for the remaining seats, what happens now? Well, you know, your partner's got less than us, right? They can only have as many as us, I should say. Grace, you have a point you want to interject right now? Go ahead.
Howard says 3 no trump, maybe.
3 no trump. I think that might be a nice call also. Now, I should say on board 1, if you remember, probably not. O-N-E-B, ONEB. Who knows that except me? That's the vulnerability. So the first one, O or 0, nobody's vulnerable on board 1. Board 2, north and south. Board 3, east and west. And board 4, everybody. And then on board 5 through 8, you know, this becomes the first person. And the board 9 through 12, this becomes the first, and so on for the last 4. So at any rate, nobody's vulnerable. So, you know, I kind of have some thoughts on, do I want to convert this to a penalty double? Well, I can't do that. If I bid double, my partner is going to say, oh, you've got both majors. Remember, we've talked about negative doubles. So the question is that what fruits might I get if I pass? Well, the Howards of the world say, yeah, maybe we belong in 3 no trump, or maybe 2 no trump, and Jesus, 2.5 no trump bid here. So it's kind of a, you know, a pick 'em. So I thought, I'm going to experiment a little bit here. This is a robot game. I'm not going to have to worry about partnership trust. Robots will still love me in the morning. So I thought, I'm just going to do a little pass here and see if I can get something different than the rest of the field. Maybe good, maybe bad. And over in the west seat, they've got a 5-4-4-0, and you can imagine what suit they have 0 in, since we know there's 5 or more to my righty, and I've got 5. So what they do is they are passing. Okay, so my partner is like, well, we have this on a lesson, actually. I don't think the bot attended it, but they are programmed to say, at the 2 level, maybe my partner couldn't find a bid. Maybe they were 3-3 in the majors or 4-3 in the majors and didn't want to bid a negative level, which you should if you have good honors in the other. But, it's like we don't want to sell out to the 2 level. And so, sure enough, my partner did a double. This is a reopening double. A type of a takeout almost, I guess you might think of it, but can actually borrow that virtual king from me in the pass out seat. And so, their hand looks a little bit even stronger there. So they're saying, hey, partner, do you want to bid 2 no trump, or where you want to go with this? And sure enough, when it comes back to me, I thought, well, we are neutral vulnerability. If we had favorable vulnerability, then I would feel much more, meaning they're vulnerable and we're not. If it was the other way around, I'm feeling like, God, I don't want to miss my big game bonus when we're vulnerable. So I converted the takeout double, the reopening double, to a penalty double by making a pass. And so, well, how's that going to turn out? Well, we're going to see. Okay, so that was kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and show all 4 hands. But just wanted, since we're talking just about doubles, it's just kind of started right off with one that sure enough was an interesting situation. So now the general principle when your partner gives you a takeout double and you convert it to a penalty double, does everybody know what you're supposed to do there? Lead the president. No, lead Trump. A different type of Trump. So, you're supposed to lead Trump. In other words, if your partner converts it, they've got a lot of Trump. Although in this case, we know that East has got 5 or more, unlike sometimes where the person who opens it is like, well, what you saw earlier in the North hand. Maybe they've got 2 clubs and they think, oh, well, I have to have at least 4 diamonds, or, maybe they've only got 3 clubs, what the rest of us mortals do. So at any rate, my partner's programmed, I'm sure, to be lead Trump. But not now, because I'm on lead. So I'm in the south seat, and I don't know what you're going to want to lead here, but I'm inclined to where I don't like to lead away from ace doubleton, because the ace gathers nothing except 2s, 3s, and 4s. If my partner who opened has got some values, is that, maybe I can start off with the rough right away. And I'm wondering where my partner's points are, because we know there's not going to be many points over in the west seat. So, okay, I'm going to go with the ace and then a next, which is kind of not a normal rational play for a better player. So I'm hoping that my partner, the robot, understands that I'm looking for a rough early and often. Okay, so here we're going to do that here. We're going to play the ace. And my partner signals a 7. Okay, that's kind of nice. Thank you, partner. And then after that, I'm going to play my 10. And they go up with the king. And they see in the dummy over here in the west is another 2. So, it wouldn't be a logical play unless I was short. But what do you think the robot's programmed to do? It doesn't have this more advanced programming that we as humans, I hope you wouldn't do this. And they lead a club. Well, now, how about that? I was wanting my diamond rough here. So anyway, okay, there's one extra over trick we're not going to get. So I can't remember. I think they split their honors here. And then up with the ace. And I don't know, from the dummy, I suppose, a low spade. And I'm trying to remember what they played. I wish I had brought all the different parts of it over here, but maybe we have another chance to do this. Anyway, so now the declared geese. Do you want to play a club, knowing they converted it to a penalty double? And I guess you could start off by playing the ace of spades. You'd like to promote something in the south hand, and I guess since the two top diamonds are, maybe if you can get to that spade, I think that might be what the play would be here. So let's see. But I'm in lead on the south right now, so where do I want to get to my partner's hand? And I saw the king, and I thought, well, maybe my partner's got the ace queen. I don't know. So anyway, I led the spade. We can see that the heart would have been the better play, but we'll still have more chances for it. So they go with the lowest of touching honors with the jack. It goes up to the ace. The declares, hey, that's what I would have done myself. Thank you. So, okay, now the declarer is like, So they played, I think it was like about well, I guess they did the king first of all. I'm trying to remember if that was the way it went. And at any rate, the point being is that when there was another club, I went higher rather than lower. And so I ended up setting them down. I'll take a look at it here. I think I do have it. And I'll get you in a second, Grace. And did set them, and I think it was maybe 2, I believe is what it was. So, 300, pretty good board. And some people, they did have another contract. Bottom line is I got 47% on the board, and I'm going to see if I can find that better line of play now. Yes, Grace?
Howard asks, why lead a club at trick 2? Takes out 2 of the defense trumps for 1 of the declarers.
That is exactly the reason. Thank you for that. Yeah, so, it's as when you're the declarer, you always want to go for a 2 for 1. So when you lead a low trump and you get 2 of their higher trumps, great, that's fine. Or you can lead the ace and then another one, great. You go for 2 for 1. But when you are in a penalty double where somebody's converted from a takeout double to a penalty double, the general rule is deplete their trump and then promote your suit. In this case, Howard is absolutely right, because we know the declarer's got at least 5 and an opening hand. So I guess what I'm saying is all these rules are not always. Some of them are, it depends. So let's see if we can try this one again. And I think I do have a 1B here. Let's see how the 1B variation works. Okay, ace of diamonds, another diamond. And sure enough, okay, they come back with a diamond would be the better way to play it. And I would then rough it. A heart up to the ace. Heart back to me. Another heart. And they have to rough, so we're depleting one of their trumps. A king of clubs to my ace. A spade up to the jack to the ace. A club, we both follow. They get 2 for 1, as Howard would say. They don't want to play anymore because we've got them tennis, but I still, when they play the diamond, I rough anyway. And play a spade, and they rough in. They play a club, and it goes back. And if we take a look at the results, is that, they go down 3. So, rather than down 2, you would really want down 3, and you would then have that. Even down 2, I think it was a 90% board. But, okay, so that's it for number 1. I think I'm going to go right to number 2 in the interest of time. And we'll just keep on a-trucking. And this would be, East would be the dealer. So we'll start with East. Okay, and so they start off with, let's see, is this the right hand here? Let's go ahead and get those X's. There we go. That looks a little bit better. And wow, that's a nice hand, isn't it, when you've got a 2-suiter? You wish that king of diamonds was a heart, though, don't you? But hey, it's got that 5 points on the minor suits are kind of really questionable, sadly, but it's not a terrible hand. So you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 1 distribution. That's 7, maybe 2 for a take away 1 for a singleton, maybe 2 there, another 2. So yeah, you've got enough for an opener. So you're going to bid 1 spade. And okay, over to the south hand, moi. The robot came in with 1 spade, and I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15 points. 15 points. So, I do have a doubleton in the spade suit, so this looks like to me a classic takeout double. So 1 spade and a double. Over to the West hand. West has got almost a Yarborough. They have a 10 of hearts. So anyway, they are going to pass. And to the North hand, North has got a 5-3-3-2. Ace doubleton in lefty, East spade suit. Queen Jack 9-8. That 9-8 can be very helpful. Another black ace in the club suit and a tripleton in hearts. So, okay. So, first off, do I have to have 4 hearts? Well, no, I didn't have to have 4 hearts. I'm just making a takeout double. I only have 3. This isn't like some of the special rules that are associated with a negative double. So that's where some people get kind of confused in these. But no, that's all we need here. So, okay, so partner, what would you bid with the North hand? I am curious what you all might be thinking you would want to do here.
How about it? We've got Bernice with us as well as Sylvia on Facebook.
Welcome.
So we're happy that they were able to find us over
Yeah.
there. I did link the YouTube new link
Awesome.
on Facebook, but unfortunately for some reason it's saying private. I did verify that it is set at public, so I'm not sure why they're not connecting.
Okay. Well, at any rate, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to do now with the North hand. Well, as you know, in response to a takeout double, the steps are normally 0 to 7, or maybe a bad 8 would be the lowest bid. Or if you've got like, maybe, 8 to 10 and stoppers, then you can bid 1 no trump. So that was 0 to 7 or 8 for lowest. And if you've got something higher than that, then you can start like doing a jumped bid. So let's say, 10 till, try that again. 9 to a bad 12. I'm going to put down 11. You can do a jump in your suit. And if it happens to be where you've got 12 or more, is hey, you want to be in game. If you don't want to bid game directly, you can just do a Q bid of the opponent's suit. Yes, Grace?
Howard gives us 3 diamonds.
3 diamonds. Okay, so that is 1 spade, takeout, double, a pass, and 3 diamonds it is. And, sometimes your partner, let's say we got the North hand. You think, well, maybe my partner's got this type 2 double where they've got 17 points or more, and then now they're going to bid their suit. Don't worry about that. You're not going to have this many points if I've got like 17 points or more, because there's one person open with 12 and you've got like 11. I am not going to have like a rock crusher hand here. So yeah, so 3 diamonds is the correct bid here because I'm promising 3. Now then, if you happen to be playing with some of these squirrely partners, a pickup partner online or something like that, fortunately the robots are disciplined, that, well, partner, I had 4 in I had 4 in hearts, but I only had 1 or 2 in diamonds. I'm sorry. No, you don't make a takeout double with that hand. So if you do, then the person in the North, they won't trust you anymore when you make a takeout double because, you can't make what's called a off-shape doubles. No, don't do it. Okay, I feel very strongly about that. If you find it in any bridge book, please let me know. Okay, so 3 diamonds, it comes back to me. And, I don't think, does this have possibilities for 3 no trump? I guess it does. Do I just bid 3 no trump, or what the heck? How would we do that? Well, the Western Q bid. Western. There was something in Eastern Q bid which you didn't have a stopper, you did have a stopper, but everyone says, I know it should be the other way. So Western Q bid is kind of what prevails, and it's where you either have a one half stopper. What's a half stopper? Well, that would be like Jack XX or something like Queen X or, something like that. It's like your partner's got the other, then yeah, you've got a stopper. I mean, if you've got a King X, yeah, wouldn't you want the lead coming around to you if they were going to lead the ace, rather than the lead coming around with me and the ace queen is to the right, which in this case they did bid from the north's perspective. So yeah, so the Western Q bid would work really well. So it goes one spade, a double, a 3 diamond, and I rebid 3 spades. If we're going to be in 4 diamonds or whatever, fine. But, I want to see, can we be in 3 no trump? As Bob Hammond would say, if you can play in 3 no trump, that's where you want to be. So I do 3 spades, which is an ask. And my partner says, oh, sure. Now, if you had a singleton ace, it's not as good as having an eighth and something. At least you can hold back 1 round here. So it turned out it was going to be 3 no trump, and this was classic robot play. I don't normally like to play classic, but it just happened that this was the one that was open at that time. Okay, I'll jump on, which means the robot will play if it's the declare. And this is rather interesting. So we're going to see all 4 hands. And of course they lead the king from king running to the 9. My partner goes up the first time. Robot, I think you should duck. Now, the rule of 7 you could never do because you don't have enough. You would need to have, 4 spades and, duck several times so you can disrupt communications. But in this case, they didn't duck at all. They said, this is the miss again. I'm a modern woman and I'm going to do my thing. I think it's good to duck one time because you might disrupt the communications by if they get blocked in the wrong hand. It's unless you can just take your tricks. In this case, no, you just can't take your 9 tricks because you've got the diamond king, hopefully is going to be on side. But then this club thing, yeah, you're hoping that all those points are going to be there. But, a queen might be not always in the east hand. So, okay, so anyway, let's see what they do. They play a diamond, and they started with the 8 because they had all the other values, but okay. And they got the king. It popped right up. And when that happens, you should be thinking, well, that probably is a singleton, but hey, you've got a 9. So if it's a 9-card suit and they're 3-1, it's not going to be a problem for you. Okay. Now, I believe you should go ahead and start doing the diamonds, to start putting a little bit of a squeeze on the opponent. Sometimes they'll have busy cards. In this case, we know the busy cards, the honors, will be held by East. But they're like, no, I'm going to play 1 heart, just kind of see what happens. And a 9 pops, which is kind of a interesting big card. You're probably wondering. But the bots, they will false card, and they will false card randomly. They don't always false card high. Yes, Grace?
Howard says, Declarer knows that East has all the points, and then when you answer that, I have a question too.
Well, not all the points, but like I say, it could be a queen, might be in the other hand, but it's unlikely, Howard. I agree with you. Yes, go ahead.
Marianne is with us on Facebook, and unfortunately, Facebook seems to be quite a few seconds behind. Her question was, can we see South Hand again? Which now, of course, she is looking at because
Yeah.
it has been uncovered. But Sylvia said that she does vote as well for 3 diamonds.
Okay, right. Well, I'll try to get them up as soon as I can because, yes, for those of you on Facebook, I realize that sometimes it's a little bit slow, a little tardy. So I'll see if I can do a little better in the future here. Okay, so at any rate, the robot decided to play a low heart up to the ace. And let's continue on watching this line of play. Is it going to play diamonds, or where are we going with this? Yes, they're doing a diamond to the 9. Okay, making sure that they're unblocked, although they do have the ace of clubs for transportation. But, okay. And you do not have a two-way finesse here. Well, you do have a two-way finesse, actually, because with the missing queen in clubs, you do have enough clubs that you could go ahead and play the jack of clubs. Okay, so at any rate, what's going on, partner? You should be doing the diamonds first, clearing the diamonds a bit. Then I said, I'm a modern woman, and I am going to do it right now. I'm going to show you I got the right stuff. I'm going to go for the finesse. They don't have nerves. I mean, us as humans, sometimes we kind of like, we get little palpitations, or hands are sweating a little bit, and we're kind of like, here, I'll get me back on the screen here. we're kind of like doing a little bit of, oh man, I just don't know. This is kind of spooky, and they have no emotions, right? They just have the algorithms. They are cold. Not her. She is not cold. Sorry, didn't mean that. Okay, so the finesse worked. Way to go. So, okay. And you saw a 9 and a 10 over by the east as far as if you were watching the suit. But all right, let's go ahead and continue on. They play the diamond, finally. Yes, finally getting back to the diamond. The king of hearts. They go ahead and watching to see how the suit is folding out. No more hearts over there by the east. So I guess, yeah, there were 5 by the west. So there's 5 by east. Okay, so back up to your diamonds. And doing the finesse again. Yeah, it could be, like I say, the queen could be in the other hand. It could be, this rule of 20. If they have 5-5, we know that they bid spades, and now we've seen they have 5 hearts. It could be they only had 10 points. And it could be they didn't have 12 or 13 points. But, my partner is like, man, she just nailed it, and here's another thing why. Well, I'm going to ask you. There is another reason why the bot algorithm knew just like that with its programming. Do you know why that was? Well, there wasn't many cards left in the east hand that were not clubs. Now, it could certainly be more compelling that would therefore be in the west hand, but at least it played one and see if it popped. In other words, if it had 10 cards in the major suits, and a singleton diamond, then, yeah, it could be 6 in one of the majors, but then here we go. We saw him play all the hearts. Yes, Grace.
Howard asks, can the hand be made without finessing? If West has a queen, finesse loses. Defense will get 5 tricks.
That is right. That's something. And this robot, she is, man, what do they call it? What is she a viper? What would you call that, Grace? Person is like, nerves of steel. We have to find a nice word. Viper sounds bad, but at any rate, she's cool, calm, and collected. And so, bottom line is, guess how many tricks she got? 13 tricks. Whoa! Well, that was pretty good. Wow. So, yeah, we got a 95% on that board. And was it because the robot played exceedingly well? A little bit. But you remember what happened back during the bidding phase? If you don't know the Western Q bid, you're going to be in, 5 diamonds or something like that, or part score. So, just to kind of recap, it was 1 spade, a takeout double, a pass, 3 diamonds, and rather than like, well, okay, I guess that's where we belong. And if I had bid 3 no trump, and they come through me, then that might not be good. And I don't know, maybe my partner's got like jack 3 times, and that's my hand's not going to do a thing. So yeah, doing the 3 spades here, figuring, well, we can make a 4-level contract, if it turns out my partner opened and I've got nice values. So we'll see where we end up, partner, but it's worth the what'd you call it? It's worth making the investment by doing the Western Q bid when you've got game values and somebody is interfered, as we'll see again later. Any other questions, Grace, or shall I continue?
It looks like you can go ahead and continue.
Okay, great. And number 3, I think the first 3 did just come right in a row. And hand number 3, as I recall, that would be south is the dealer. Okay, so this is a hand made for the kings. I've got 4 kings and a jack and a couple 10s. I like the diamond holding, actually. I hope you do too. That's definitely got some potential. But some people would say you're missing aces and you ought to take away a point. I think that's probably generally a good policy. You might also say, Michael, it's a 4-3-3. And I say, that's pretty much always a good policy, but I do like this diamond holding. I think the diamond holding maybe makes up for both of those downsides, at least good enough for me. And in third seat, hey, I'll do most anything in third seat where I've got, 12 points. So, okay, so it's going to be 1 diamond. And I think I'm going to show all 4 hands, since I know some of the people on Facebook are like, it's going to be a while. So, okay, so let's take a look at the west hand. It is a 6-3-3-1. That's a nice holding, isn't it? Better than 5-4-3-1, isn't it? 6-3-3-1. So, yeah, I think you're going to want to make a call. The question is, do you make a 1 spade or a 2 spade, or should you worry about the vulnerability? And let's see, O-N-E, that would be east-west, would be the vulnerable. We would be non-vulnerable here. And so I'm curious, what would you all bid on this hand? I don't think there's a perfect answer. And you certainly don't want to do a takeout double with a 6-card suit, especially the master suit. So it's going to be 1 spade, 2 spade.
Howard says that he thinks 2 spades should show weaker hand than.
Agreed.
He would bid 1 spade with West.
Yeah. As a for instance, if you had this hand in first seat, you would not want to open it 2 spades, not when you've got 2 useful outside honors. And you definitely have 2 working honors in the club suit, so that would be a no-no. In third seat, I think it might be a very good bid. Depend on your vulnerability and some other things, but I would like it if it had like a Queen Jack 9 6 times or something rather than Queen Jack and out. So yeah, I think just 1 spade is a good bid, and that's what the robot said. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, to my partner. Well, she's got a 4-3-3 also with ace queen 4 times. I could have 3 diamonds. Remember earlier I had a hand with 3 diamonds, so I am not promising for it. Most of the time I will. I think there was some in the American Contract Bridge League about maybe 12 years ago, there was an article that said what the percentage of time you will have for, and it was like really high. It was like 90% or something. I thought, what? But at any rate, yeah, I think that you would probably want to support either diamonds or pass.
Oh, you're going to sneeze.
Oh, it went away. That's unusual, very unusual.
That's because I blessed you before you sneezed.
Well, Grace, I'm not even on the screen here. I guess I better pop myself back on. So, there, okay.
Nobody got to see you.
Clear, all clear. Okay, so yeah, so the north hand, I don't know. Do you want to do 2 diamonds? That's what my robot partner did. I think that, yeah, I'm not really fond of having to bid 2 diamonds with a, oops, what happened there? 2 diamonds. But that's what my partner bid. And okay, yeah, we'll accept it. So, all right then, over to the east hand. Okay, well, you've got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 points, but a singleton in partner spade suit. What do you bid with that hand?
Howard passes.
Well, there is a better bid, I think.
Bernice passes.
Yeah, pass and see what my partner wants to do, see where they want to go. I think you want to be a little bit competitive. So you do have 4-4 in the other suits. Now you are the partner of the overcaller. You remember you start off with the opener, and then the overcaller, and then the responder, and then the advancer. And when the advancer makes a double, which the robot did, it's called a responsive double. It's a double kind of like the ones that the responder would make, but it's the responder of the overcaller. So at any rate, yeah, they said, I've got 4-4 in the other suits, and that's kind of what this says here. So, yeah, that's a good bid because you have enough values. And how many points do you need? Well, when you open, you got 12 points or more. When you overcall, maybe the person doesn't have 12 points or more, but you probably ought to have at least 8, 9 points. In other words, you should be saying that we have about as many points as you do, opponents. And I think that's what this hand qualifies for. Now, you're only promising to 2 of a major, either 2 hearts, or maybe your partner will rebid spades. So I think it's a glorious bid. Yes, Grace?
Both Howard and Bernice pass with the north hand, but Howard with the east hand would make a competitive double.
Yeah, so on the, we're talking about the East hand now. I think it should be a competitive double. It's called a responsive double by the, wherever all three of the three people is bid. That's the easiest way I can say it. So, okay, so now if I bid here, this is what we like to call a free bid. I'm not obligated to bid. If I bid, typically I show some extras at this situation. I can come back in diamonds. I could even bid hearts myself. It's like, so yeah, I have some options here on this bid, and I don't know what your thinking is, but I'm thinking, yeah, remember when I talked to you earlier, it's like this isn't the best hand in bridge, and I don't have a really long diamond suit. If I had 5 and I'd say, oh, my partner sounds like they're going to have 4 for their bid because, I might only have 3. So if I had 5, I would say, well, I'll bid to the law of total tricks. I'll bid to the, 9 minus the 9 meaning 6 tricks and 3 more. I will bid to the 3 level. But now with this hand, I am just going to be pass. I don't have any extras at all. My partner can still make a bid, sure. Okay, so over back in the East, well, you've been duty bound to make a bid because your partner made a double. So pretty easy rebid for you. 2 spades. And my partner now is like, should I make a bid? Should I make a bid? I've got them going. Do we want to try again? And some people did. They went to 3 diamonds and they got doubled and they were punished mercilessly. 3 diamonds double. They did make it for penalty. You'd think, oh, well, maybe they'll just let us slide. They didn't. So 2 spades was where most of us played. I think I had a 65% on that board. Grace, did you have something?
Howard says that the hand is a defense orientated. He says he would pass and let the East and West play.
Nicely said, Howard. Look at those points. Howard is making a good point, is that there's one card I'm not really wild on. That's the King of Spades when there's been a rebid of spades. But all these other cards here, it seems to me is like these are some defensive tricks. So it says, yeah, Michael, defend, please, defend. So that's what we did, and they made 4 spades. I could go through the drill, but I don't think we need to. But so yeah, we kept them out of game, and so that was cool. So at any rate, 4 spades is what they made, but they really, it was not a good hand for them to bid it. So okay, we're going to skip hand number 4. Hand number 4, I will say, kept me out of first place. I can't remember. It was, well, I'll take a look back here. What was my score? I guess I don't show it here, no. But it was in the mid-60s. I know it's 65, 67%. And number 4, I've told you many times, is that when you're playing with the robots, is sometimes you're much better off if your partner's a pass hand and you just have a minimum and, it goes like 1 of a minor and they go 1 of a major just to pass. And this is exactly what happened. But, I'm not like the robot. I'm not cold. I think about what happened. I had a round earlier where the robots were, I'm getting different results. But rather than look at the long term, I was anchoring on like just the previous session. And so when my partner on hand number 4, well, I guess I could show it to you quickly. My partner punished me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, do I even have it here?
You want me to talk to them?
I guess I can show it this way. Hand number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And it went something like this, is that 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the north or something like that. And then, I came around in the south. I've got an opening hand. So, I bid 1 heart and my partner bids 1 spade. And I'm thinking, do they have 4 spades? I've got 3, and man, my hand's a little lousy. Maybe we'll be better in 1 no trump. So I'm not going to do this pass thing, which about half the field did. They know that, which I knew that. But so it's like you're not really playing bridge. You're playing against. Oh, we know that our partner can't have a strong hand. Well, they did pass, but partners, sometimes robot partners, she likes to bid, as we saw. So anyway. I went 1 spade, and so I bid 1 no trump. Great, everything's cool. Then they do 2 diamonds, not to show their diamonds, but new minor forcing to say, and they play it on as a pass hand, apparently, is that, what are you going to do? So I just bid 2 spades. Okay, I've got a minimum hand, 2 spades, let's stop. And my partner went 4 spades, and it doesn't make. So it's like, anyway, that was the hand. It has nothing to do with doubles, but so those are things where you know, sometimes it's a cat's game, and sometimes the mouse wins. So we're going to go to hand number 5, and I'm going to just let them all be shown here. And this is going to be North is going to be dealing, and we got a 62% on this puppy. And here we go. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points a pass. Over by East, I can see it's a pass. By the South, hoo-hoo! Is that 7 clubs I'm seeing? Is that a running suit? Man alive! You know, this is like a hand that if you didn't have that King of Hearts, you could open it 3 no trump if you're playing the gambling 3 no trump. A 7-card suit with the Ace, King, Queen. And but no, we have a king. And by the way, we're still in the initial seats. You might do this in 3rd or 4th seat, but so no, we're just going to bid 1 club. And we know that I always look first of all when I do these. Oh, who's got the spades? In this case, who's got the spades or the hearts? What is going to happen here? Because if I've got 7, somebody's going to have a bunch in the majors. I can feel that coming. So sure enough, they bid 1 spade. And my partner then bids a double. Okay, oh, the negative double. Yeah, 4 in the other major. Sure. Even though some of you might think, well, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, wouldn't this be a perfect time to just bid no trump after the spade? Well, you're still looking for the 4-4 fit. Okay, after 1 spade, East is going to say pass. Nothing to see here. And then back down to us. 3 clubs. Now some people went 2 clubs. Let's look at this again. Remember our situation on taking a look at our semi-self-sustaining hand. Normally we take a look at it in the major, but in this situation you can do it in a minor. So we have 3, 4 honors and 7 long. 4 plus 7 is even more than 9, more than 10. Wow. So yeah, and you can see this suit, it's going to do just fine by itself. You don't even have to do this mathematical little dealy bob. Is that, yeah, you can say, well, our losers, you got probably none in clubs. You've got 1, 2, 3 if you're really unlucky, but when your partner's made a double, I think this may be worth only 1 loser, and then another 2. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 losers. Man, if it's 5 losers in a major, my partner's got 2 cover cards, I'll go to game. But no, I can't go to game in the minor. So, okay, I'm just going to do 3 clubs. So don't do 2 clubs. You do have enough to invite. And what are you inviting for? Yeah, 3 no trump. So, okay, so partner in the north, what are you going to do? What will you do? What would the robot, what did she do? Well, she said, hey, Western Cuba, I remember how you did it. No, they don't remember what we do. But they're programmed for this too. Here's another instance where to say, partner, is that right? Is that how it turned out? 3 clubs, yeah, 3 spades. And I thought, well, I don't know. Partner, I think it said, have at least a partial stopper, so I'm just going to do 3 no trump. Don't you think that North should have been the one to do 3 no trump rather than this 3 spades Western Cubid? Yeah, the one who knows goes. So, they could have done it, but maybe they thought, I want a mortal to play it. I want to see how a man plays it. So at any rate, that was the auction, and so they led the spade. I did not take the jack the first time. Now remember, this person is shown to have, this robot, excuse me, has been shown to have 5 spades. And it looks like it's leading a 4th best. But I thought, I can do that later. There is no hurry, and I want to watch how the spade suit unfolds. So, okay, go up with the king. And I'm not going to do my finesses like she does. I'm just going to go ahead and do my club thing first and watch the discards. Okay, I'm seeing no clubs by the one hand. Okay, so fine. We've got 10 and the other person has 3. No big deal that they have jack third. Okay, that's one heart we're seeing go. And play the ace, and I'm doing a little sightseeing. Okay, this time it was a diamond, not another heart. Okay, an 8. An 8 spot might be encouraging. Okay, I play another one, and there's the last one, and now it's a spade this time. I like the way Wes is doing. They're kind of playing some from each suit. Nice, so I don't get too much tracking on what's going on just yet. Okay, I play another club, and this time they're both playing diamonds. Okay, and this time I'm seeing a heart come from the east and a heart from the west. Okay, I'm doing another, and I'm pitching a spade, by the way. I only need to finesse once, and I see where a heart and a diamond. Boy, they're playing a lot of hearts over there by the east hand. And I got one more, and I'm not going to pitch a spade because I want to think about that finesse. And, oh, I see the 9 of spades. Now, how about that? And I see a spade the other way. So I think if they would have had 3 spades by the east, they would have made a bid of spades because their partner bid 1 spade. So it looks like at this point, that's the last spade, so I don't have to worry about the queen. I know where it's at. So I do a spade to the 10. Now I'm going to take the finesse and the ace, and the queen drops, and they can have the rest. I've got 10 tricks. And Grace, I know, is thinking like, getting ready to give me a hook. I think we just have one more for those who want it, those who want to go. I hope you enjoyed the show today, but we'll see on this last one here. Load deal from file, and I guess actually I had 2, but I'm not going to do that. Which is the one to show? Let's see if it's going to be 9 or 12. One of them has a takeout, and oops, got to go back. Yeah, I think 9 is the last one, actually. Okay, so 9 is the one we're going to show. And here we go. The bidding is going to be north on hand number 9. Divide by 4, and you come up with a north if it's still 1. So it is a pass and a 1 club and a double. Sure, 4, 4, 4, 1, no doubt about that. A takeout double. And over here by this hand, what are they going to bid? After the double, they're going to bid 1 spade, sure. Back to my partner. They don't have to respond now at this point. So 1 club, double, 1 spade, and you've got the north hand. So I guess you're probably going to don't want to do anything with the club suit. Don't want to do 1 no trump with a singleton, so you're going to do 2 diamonds or else pass. And that was what she did. She went 2 diamonds. And then over here by the east, they're doing a double. Yet another double. What does this double mean? What is this double? Does anybody know what this double means here in this auction? Well, your partner made a major suit bid. You started with a minor. They went to a major. And when you have 4 spades, wouldn't you do 2 spades?
Howard says he would support.
Yeah, so if you have 3, exactly 3, with 3, you make a double, a support double, saying, I can sort of support your suit. If you have 5, you don't have to have 5. You know, they could have made this bid with just 4. If you remember when we talked about responders' bids, a negative double is where I bid 1 diamond. But in this case, yeah, they can certainly make that bid. So it shows 3-card support. It's a wonderful bid. Yes, Grace?
Howard also adds alert.
Yes, it is alertable. That is true. So the partner is the one who needs to make the alert. So, okay, I guess that after then I guess in my case, I had a pass. I'm in the south here. And then it went pass. And then my partner is in the pass-out seat, the balancing seat, the one where you can borrow a king from your partner. So what do they bid? They bid 3 diamonds. Well, I'm sure hoping I have 4 diamonds and not a 3-card suit. But yeah, that was kind of a little bit of a frisky bid. I'm not so sure I would normally agree with it, but in this case, there is one thing. And what's the vulnerability? First 4, 0, N, E, B. And the next is N, E, B, O for 4 through 8. And then it goes one more, E, B, O, N. So board number 9, 1, 5, and 9, it's east-west. Oh, okay, so my partner has favorable vulnerability and is trying to bump them up to the 3 level. And they are vulnerable, and they passed out, and we went down, and down 1 turns out to be a very good board. We got 66% on that board, so she helped me to get in the 2nd place. Yes, Grace?
Did Wes make an intervening bid?
Wes did, well, we saw where, looking at the BridgeHands, they did and I'm just going to circle these, well, I'll make them in a rectangle. They did a 1 club, and then later on, they made a double for the 3-card spades support. And then after that is that my partner then came in. Once they did 2 spades over here, let me go ahead and just erase that. Then there was a 2-spade rebid because there was a support double, right? There was the double over here showing 3. And sure, once you know you've got like a golden fit with 5 and 3, because you got 5 spades there, then they say 2 spades, and then my partner comes in with 3 diamonds, a little bit frisky, but it turned out to get a good board. They could make 3 spades, by the way, but it kind of put them in a rock and a hard place, and they thought, well, maybe they can set us by 1. And the moral of that story is when you're not vulnerable, yeah, sometimes you don't want to go to the 3 level, but my partner said, well, because I've got a singleton, what? Spade. That gave them authority to go ahead and make a more frisky bid because, that's kind of based upon the vulnerability. Anyway, I know that we've taken a lot of time. I wanted to give you some on the various types of doubles, and I hope that you found that fun. Yeah, fun. We're supposed to have fun with this game, aren't we? So I thought it was kind of really enlightening for me that so many different types of doubles come there. And so when I send out the information on this lesson, I was saying is that here's an opportunity where we can have so many repertoire in our toolkit, right? Our utility belt for different things to bid. So continue to work on your bids, and not the least of which would be doubles. I mean, how many times do you have another type of bid that you use in bridge? 1 no trump response statement. I don't think it comes up this many times. You don't get 1 no trump that many times. So it is a fairly flexible bid, but you have to know the context of where you use it. And we saw, about 6 different, I think it was 7 different types where they do come up. So that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. And Grace, you want to come on over? And so we had to kind of wing it to get started here, but I think we got it going. So how you doing over there on your side?
I'm doing great. I was chatting with Sylvia and Bernice.
Oh, good.
Sylvia's going to be calling us on Friday to join the Hands of the Day, so we'll give that number out at that time, and we look forward to seeing you on Friday.
Okay, and Howard, I know you had a question about after reverses. I'm going to cover that on Friday, so get your Q&As, bring them on in for Friday. This is open for everybody, so if you're not a member but you happen to see it live or you happen to see it between now and Friday, you can write to support at BridgeHands, that's plural, .com. Support at BridgeHands.com. Send us the question. Oh, but what do you want to have in the subject line or somewhere?
In the subject line, put question.
Okay, put a Q for question or whatever, and that'll get you going. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and as always, have a great day playing bridge. I think some of the places are starting to get out, and hopefully keeping somewhat of a social distance. Did you know the amount of space you need for a bridge table? 64 square feet.
Is that so that everybody could be 6 feet apart?
No, not for that. I mean, 8 by 8. You think, well, a bridge table isn't 8, but you have enough to have a room to put your chair back a little bit. So, yeah, try to keep your distance as best you can, or if people are coughing, stay upwind.
Definitely.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks so much for coming in today. I hope you enjoyed the show as always. I appreciate your support, and Grace and I, we really enjoy your company. So as always, have a great day playing bridge, and happy trails to you.
Happy trails. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye now. Happy trails to you until we meet again.